Boy, what a difference a week makes as the University of Hawaii gets that bad taste out of their mouth after what happened against UC San Diego. And tonight, emphatically, in 3 sets, they get the sweep. And boy, oh boy, that last set, that's just something you just might want to print and hold on to, because that was impressive as they played well in every facet of the game.
Yeah, that's the set I was talking about all night. I was expecting that from the very beginning. I'm glad they actually made me look good, and I thought they were going to win 3-0, and they took care of business, and that's huge, especially after last week, like we talked about, to turn it right around, especially after going in after game 2 and having to come back with all their emotion. They came back fired up, and they came and dominated game 3. That's really, building a lot of character in a lot of these young guys. So that's a big win for them, even though, it wasn't the best performance in the last game by Springfield. They fought all night long. So, credit UH that they came out and played tough, and they got this 3-0 win.
Yeah, and as we talked about that emotion, it wasn't like last week where guys were screaming and going nuts. As Coach had said, they were much more cerebral, and they were focused. It was emotional, but they had more of an intent and a mission here this evening.
Yeah, I think they realized that last week, that there needs to be energy and focus. It has to be a part of that as well. You can't just bring raw energy to court and expect good things. You need to make sure that your energy is focused, and they did that tonight. They played really well as a team, and at the end of the game, they cranked up their serve. That led to some bad passing, and next thing we know, the game's over within 10-15 minutes. So that was I'm glad they came out in game 3 and showed all the fans what UH is about this year.
And Stephen Hunt is about 5 feet to our left. We'll be talking to him as we continue on the postgame show. It is all smiles this evening. The University of Hawaii comes away with a 3-set sweep as they start things in the tournament in impressive fashion. We're back with more. Stephen Hunt standing by. We'll be back after this. Hawaii winners tonight, and standing by with Nick Castello once again, Howard Deshevsky and Chris McLaughlin. Take it away, guys.
All righty. The other redhead's just going to have to wait a couple of minutes later. Here along with Nick Castello. Local boy, went away, came back, part of this team. The question that we posed to you, and we were kind of talking story during that break, after that second match last week against UC San Diego, how important was it for you guys just kind of mentally to get back into that W column in a way like you did tonight?
It was huge. We didn't want that to happen, and it was kind of a wake-up call for us. It gave us the chance to get into the gym this whole week and work really hard and prepare for Springfield. And they brought their good game tonight. They're really scrappy, and we just wanted to match that, and I thought we did a good job of doing that.
You personally, 9 digs, wearing the opposite color libero jersey. Talk to us about this double libero thing. How do you like that in terms of allowing you to get into a rhythm, or does it make it more difficult? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it can be hard to get in a rhythm, but as long as you're playing consistent, then it's good. And in practice, it's good because you have someone pushing you, so it makes you go harder. And Phelps is a great guy. He works hard, and I'm glad that he's my backup. And digs balls, so it's a good team we have going. So I like it. Kind of like the rule.
I passed really well tonight. You've been working a lot hard on your pass this week?
Yeah, definitely. One of the main things that we try to focus on this week was passing. We know we have good pins, we have good hitters. As long as we pass perfect or close to that, then we'll free them up and we'll be a good team. So that was our main focus this week, and we made sure to work very hard on that.
Tonight was as good as I've ever seen the pin hitters. That was better than night 1 of San Diego. Those guys had it going, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It started in the middle, too. They were biting on the middle. Nick West got a good job getting started early. And then it just makes it so much easier. When you give one-on-one to JP or Steve, I like their chances a lot. They're great hitters, so they showed that tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, now you enjoy the victory, but you also know it's not going to get any easier. Tomorrow, Lewis, they come into this tournament ranked high. And then UCLA on Saturday night, the number 3 team in the nation.
Yep.
As you start to build, and you got to get into the habit of playing night after night. What is the thought process over tomorrow and then the next night?
It's just business. One night after another. We took care of business tonight, and right after the game, we made sure that, all right, we got to win. It's good, boys, but forget about it because we have a whole new opponent tomorrow, and we got to work again. So that's been our thought process this week, and now Springfield's done, so we just got to go to the next guy and hopefully check that off, and then see UCLA on Saturday.
All right.
Now Lewis split with Pepperdine, a very good Pepperdine team. Did you happen to get any of their film from that match?
I'm not quite sure. I want to say we did, though. So hopefully we can look at that tomorrow and see what they got. We had a chance to see a little bit against UCLA, what they got. So just take it one step at a time and just play. Tonight we didn't really have a scouting report. Our main thing was just play volleyball and adapt, and I thought we did a good job of that. So if no scouting report comes tomorrow, then we're going to do the same thing tomorrow.
There you go. Do the same thing. Keep it going.
All right, go out and
Great
play
playing,
ball.
Nick. Great. Keep it up.
Thank
All
you,
right,
thank you.
Nick Castello, thank you very much. Keep it going
you.
tomorrow against number 9, Lewis. Right now we're going to send it back over to Dan Devone, who's standing by with Stephen Hutt. Take it away, buddy.
All right, thanks so much, Howard. That's right, a guy who needs no introduction. Stephen, let's get into this as we talk about the attitude of this team coming off the court, of course, after what happened against UC San Diego. What changed?
Well, this week in practice, we knew we had to go in, work our butts off. We got swept 3-0 last week, so the whole week in practice, we were focusing on the things we weren't doing so right last week, and just keep working on the things we were doing well. And our attitude for tonight was just go out there, take care of business, and that's what we did.
My question is, after game 2, going into break for about 10 minutes, coming out and play game 3, that's one of the toughest things to do, especially here at Hawaii. We're the only place that does it. You guys came out after game 2 fired up and actually had your best game. What was talked about during the break, or what was the focus when you came back to the court?
There was a lot of high emotions in the locker room. Going up 2-0 is a lot better than going in 1-1, and we were able to pull off the late win there. We went to extra points, I'm pretty sure. And just in the locker room, everyone was rowdy. Everyone was together. And coming out in the third set, we knew we wanted to make a statement, and that's what we were able to do.
Yeah, and today I was actually very impressed. Obviously, I've played with Steve since he was a freshman, so I got to really watch him play all the way through. But, you went from being such a one-dimensional hitter, not saying you weren't anything good, but you were just hit, swing, 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 swing. Tonight, some of the sets weren't there. You played, gave it away, and, you can see the maturity on the court. So, obviously, I don't know how much you're paying Sam to get 35 sets in 3 games, but, you should keep it up. And, what do you feel your team's next step to beat Lewis tomorrow?
Just forget tonight was a good win, obviously, but tomorrow's a new day, a new game. Just go home, get a good sleep, come back with a focus tomorrow. And Lewis is a lot bigger team. They're a really good team, ranked top 15, I'm pretty sure. And tomorrow's going to be a challenge, and we just need to stay together and keep our high intensity and our focus, and just take care of business again.
And certainly, if there's one thing you guys have learned from last week, is that the next day is something that obviously is going to be here pretty soon. And you guys cannot have that emotional letdown as you did against UC San Diego. I want to take you through one play in particular. I don't know if you remember this, where you went right off of the defender, Perez, for the Pride. And go ahead and take us through this. Were you targeting for his chest here?
No, I just saw the big 2-man block up, so I just, kind of did a cutty, and he was right there. It was just a nice angle, I guess. Sam just put it up perfect for me.
Poor Perez has got a Spalding imprint on his chest as we speak. That is not a happy feeling to get stoned by this man as he just went after the young man. This is, as we talked about the attitude last week, there was a lot of this from Nick West, a lot of this outward emotion and the introductions. It was a performance, and I've touched on this throughout the postgame show, and I talked to the coach about this, and coach said, we're a little bit more subdued. Is that something that you guys were conscious of? Hey, let's not go all bananas. Let's show what we can do on the court.
Yeah, for sure. Last week we were all talking about it in the locker room. We felt like we might have gone over the top. We haven't really proved ourselves yet, so we can't really be arrogant like we were last week. And so tonight, the celebration, we toned it down, simmered down, and even our pregame chant was outside, where it's just us. It shouldn't be inside the gym where other people need to see you get ready for the game. It's outside, it's with your team, you're just together as a team, and that's how we were the whole night.
You might be an All-American, you might be All-World, but you are about to be All-Bandana. We'll explain. Don't move any of our bandana girls just off to the right for the presentation. We're going to continue. It's time to present the bandana of the night, and it's going to the redhead from Canada. We'll explain and show it to you. It's all coming up next on the postgame show right here. Where else but OC Sports? Welcome back to a cleared-out Stan Sheriff Center, and it is time once again for the bandana of the night as the lovely Chelsea is going to do the honor. This, of course, has to do with our Sivon Leone. It goes to the emotional leader of the team, and Chelsea, it goes around there. There you go. This, by the way, happens to be Sam Biscaro's special friend, but we'll leave that for another time on another show. Good job. There it is. The bandana looks fantastic. Any final thoughts on the bandana presentation there?
Good job, Chelsea. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. Our bandana girl. That's a good look on you, Steve.
Charlie's hoping this doesn't wear this tomorrow during the game for sure. Not the look we're going for.
All right. Hey, thanks so much, Stephen Hunt, for stopping by. And Chelsea, thank you. You have a new gig, the going on the resume, the bandana girl. As you have a look at the numbers, as the University of Hawaii, once again, in rather convincing fashion. Sean, as you have a look at the numbers there, it's pretty decisive as Hawaii did everything well.
I think the biggest thing to look at above these stats is mostly what happened in Game 3. And in Game 3, Hawaii hit 632, and Springfield only hit 095. And with that, the disparity, that's where you see it in the final result, with the kill percentage being so much in Hawaii's favor. I think, once again, the serving made the difference at the end of the game. Hawaii kept their serves in tonight, but they were very aggressive. Obviously, Springfield had to take some chances, so you understand where they have 15 errors there. They had to take those chances, but in the end, Hawaii just proved to be too strong of a team for tonight's effort out of Springfield.
Yeah, enjoy it for the next 24 hours, because it continues as you have a look at what's up next. And it's a date with Lewis, a school you know a little something about.
Yeah, the school actually got recruited out of high school, and obviously they had some NCAA violations that went down, but Dan Friend has brought a good team to Hawaii, and if Hawaii thinks that they can come out and play tomorrow, even like they did today, without having trouble, they're in for a different story, because I've seen them practice, I've seen them play, and Lewis is just as tough as any MPSF team. And UCLA coming in on Saturday, there's not much more to say. I mean, every Hawaii fan knows what the UCLA-Hawaii rivalry is about, and they know that it's going to be a good game, especially UCLA being ranked number 3 this season.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, it's time to pack your bags and head to Malibu. However, not to catch any tasty waves, but rather a date with the Waves. Any final thoughts on tonight? Because I know that you had talked about on the pregame show, forget about what happened against UC San Diego, focus on tonight, and it was impressive.
Well, that's the key. They have a lot of youngsters on this team, and if you're going to play with young talent, you have to know how to give it away. Don't worry about what happened the last play. Move on to the next play. Move on from the last night to the next day, and that's very important. I think they did a good job at that. I think they maybe started off a little slow, a little timid, but they're starting to come to their own. You're starting to see who these players are. You're starting to see who JP is, who Steve Hunt is, who these new guys are, these new faces. Hawaii fans are going to like them for years to come. So this is a very exciting win. I think this might, boost them into a good next 2 games.
Yeah, as much as we talk about Stephen Hunt, cannot forget about JP Marks. He had a huge, huge evening as well. Well, that'll do it for us. Stephen Tsai, by the way, had to make deadline. Not here, but for Sean Carney and the rest of the crew, I'm Dan Avone. A huge night as the University of Hawaii sweeps Springfield, Massachusetts as the tournament continues tomorrow. We will see you back here once again on OC Sports. So long, everybody.